Not being rude.
Okay.
Plus, is rudeness a crime? Is this a free country? If I would like to be rude, I'm where I speak. I know exactly what I'm doing, sir. I know the laws that surround what I'm doing. They reported a crime when there wasn't a crime being committed. They made a false report. It is a breach of section.
Welcome to Police Prep, your trusted guide to joining the UK Police. Get expert tips for exams, interviews, fitness, and recruitment. Prepare today, protect tomorrow. Ed was standing outside a university with a camera when the police showed up. They acted like he had done something very serious, but they had no real reason to be there. Right away, they had a bad attitude and tried to make Ed look like the troublemaker, even before explaining why they came. But Ed stayed calm and kept asking them to clearly say what he had done wrong. Every time they gave a vague answer, he pushed them to be specific. Every time they pretended to have certain powers, he made them prove it. Slowly, it became clear that the police had no real reason to stop him at all.
Alright, are you guys here for me?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, why? Can you maintain your distance there?
Can. Of course, yeah.
And also identify yourselves. Did you just switch your camera on?
Yeah.
Alright, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy, alright? Also yours, please don't delete that. I'll be requesting a copy.
Of course.
Alright, can you identify yourselves, please,
Can I
officers?
ask you first, sorry, what was your first name, my friend?
I'm not at liberty to give you that. When you approach a member of the public, you identify yourself. That's your policy, so identify yourself.
Okay. So my name is Simon Tops, Police Constable 693, Simon Tops, Avon, Somerset Police.
And yours is?
My colleague.
5512, Josh Burnell.
Alright, and what crime have I committed, or do you suspect me of committing?
Okay, what are you being so hostile?
I'm not being hostile, I'm just asking you, because when the police approach me,
Yeah.
police come to deal with crimes, do they not?
Not necessarily, no.
What do they come to deal with? Civil matters?
Well, we're here to prevent crime.
So what crime do you suspect me of about to commit?
Not suggesting you're committing a crime at all, sir.
Alright then.
What was your first name, so I can talk to you on first name basis?
No, it's fine, I'm not going to give you that.
Okay. Are you filming at the moment?
I am indeed, for my own
Okay, what's the
protection.
purpose of you filming?
My own purpose.
Right.
The officers walked up to Ed without any clear reason or explanation. They acted like Ed had to stop and talk to them, without even being polite or professional about it. When Ed asked them why they were there, they could not give a proper answer. Instead, they called him hostile to make him look like the bad guy. This is a common trick used by officers who cannot explain themselves properly. The truth is, asking for a legal reason is not being aggressive. It is simply what any citizen has the right to do. But the officers acted like Ed was starting an argument just because he did not go along with them quietly.
Can I ask why you're here at the...
Can I ask you a question? Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained, no.
See you later then.
But you can't go through there.
I just asked the gentleman if I could go through and he said yeah.
Chris?
Did you not just tell me the way to the bus station?
You did ask me where the buses are.
And left at the machine and all the way down?
I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just...
No, you can't actually.
Okay, well, whilst you're walking, I'll just make it quite
Are you
clear
following
for
me?
I'm not following
You're
you.
harassing me.
I'm not harassing
I'm trying
you,
to
I'm
walk
talking
away.
to
Okay,
you.
I'm going to go this way instead then.
No, if you...
So if you no, I'm going to go to the bus stop. Okay. Leave me alone. All right.
Okay, that's fine. If you make your way to the bus stop, that'd be great.
But I'm not going. You're not going to follow me.
What?
Which way are you going?
Sorry?
Which way are you going?
Look, if you don't want me to follow...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
I'm not here to call...
I'm just asking you which way you're going.
It doesn't matter which way I go, and go whichever way I like. I'm not being...
All right, I'll wait for you to go then.
I'm not being dictated to by you.
Do you know your
where
oath?
I go. All right?
Do you know your oath?
Yeah, I do.
Can you say it to me?
No.
I'll start you
I'm
off.
not going to say it to you.
I'll start you off.
I'm not here to justify my actions.
No,
to
you're
you.
here to uphold the law.
I am
Have I
upholding
broken it?
Not at the moment, you haven't.
So leave me alone.
As soon as the officers told Ed he was free to go, he did exactly that and started walking away. But instead of letting him leave, they followed him. That makes no sense. You cannot tell someone they are free to go and then follow them anyway. Either you have a legal reason to stop someone or you let them walk away. Following a free person for no reason is not policing, it is just bullying. When Ed asked the officer to repeat his oath, he was not doing it to show off for the camera. He was trying to remind the officer of the standards he is supposed to follow. The officer refused and said he did not need to explain himself. That moment says everything. Police officers are not above the rules. The badge does not give them the right to ignore the law whenever it suits them.
This isn't consensual.
That's fine.
Policing by consent. Leave me alone.
Okay, off you go then.
No, I will
Have a
go.
nice day.
I will go when I'm ready.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Cool.
Have a nice day.
I will. I'm actually having a lovely day.
Okay. If you could make your way to the bus station, though,
Why?
that would be great.
Why?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not here.
So why do you keep telling me what to do?
I'm not telling you what to
You
do.
are. You just said make your way to the bus station.
You
Like,
said
what
you were
right?
making your way-
Can I just ask you, what right do you have to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law?
Okay?
You haven't got a right to tell me what to do when I haven't broken the law. So stop trying to bully me.
I'm not trying to
Yes,
bully
you are. You're trying to
find
tell
out-
me what to do.
I'm trying to find out why you're walking around a university
Because
with
I'm
a camera.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm allowed to.
Okay?
Photography is not a
Some
crime.
of this university is private premises.
No, it's not.
It
Bro.
is,
Do you know?
okay,
Are you familiar with Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972?
No, I'm not. No,
you're
not
not. But you
particularly.
should be.
Okay.
Because it's the law.
Okay.
Which says at the material time of operating, the public are allowed access, whether upon payment or not,
To where?
anywhere that is open. This is a public space. These lines were painted by the council.
The officer started raising his voice as if speaking loudly made him right. When that did not work, he tried a different tactic. He claimed the area was private property, hoping Ed would get scared and leave. But Ed did not fall for it. He stayed calm and focused on the facts. He brought up Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, which is a law about public access. The officer clearly had no idea what Ed was talking about, and that was very telling. Here was an officer trying to control someone in an area he could not even legally define. He was working on guesswork, not the law. Then Ed pointed to the road markings put there by the council, which was clear physical proof that the area was a public road, not private property.
I think you're mistaken.
No,
Part of
I'm
this
not.
university is private property.
Can I just ask you
There
another
is
something?
public access
If I
to
was to
parts
say
of
to
the
you,
university.
if I was to say to you, I'm not going anywhere, what could you do?
Sorry?
If I was to say to you, I'm not going to leave now, what could you do?
Well, I don't intend to do anything.
You
at the moment.
couldn't do anything because I haven't broken the law. When those guys rang you and reported a crime, what you should have said to them, he's not breaking
They
the
have
law.
reported a crime.
What did they do?
Reported a suspicious person filming at a
suspicion-
university campus.
Is photography a crime? You're recording. You're
Well, I
recording.
don't know.
You guys,
How
let me
do
just
I know
you,
that you're not filming for terrorist
do you know?
purposes?
You see that on your uniform?
Yeah.
That thin blue line thing.
How
That
do
is
I-
an utter disgrace.
How do I know?
You disgrace the country with that.
How do I know that you're not filming for terrorist purposes?
Sir, we
for
go.
example?
Sir, we go on what we do know, what we don't, not what we don't.
Well, not necessarily.
No,
That's again
so-
where you're wrong. Isn't
Okay,
It?
so what reasonable suspicion do you have that I'm a terrorist,
Well,
sir?
you're filming a university campus.
So you're
with a
trying to get me
camera.
on Section 43.
No, I'm not.
So why'd you mention it then?
Well, because I'm just explaining that you seem to think that I can only act when a crime's been reported. but
No. You're more than willing to come up to me and ask me.
Yeah.
If you can articulate reasonable suspicion that I may be a terrorist,
Well, you're walking around a university campus with a camera. And
This is a uni.
And you won't explain why.
but I don't have to.
Just because a security guard thinks someone looks suspicious does not mean a crime has been committed. It usually just means they did not like being filmed. When Ed asked them to name an actual crime he had committed, they went quiet because they had nothing. So they played the terrorism card, suggesting he could be a terrorist. This was a cheap and dishonest attempt to justify stopping him when they knew they had no legal reason to do so. That is not reasonable suspicion. That is just wild guessing dressed up as police work. Real policing is based on actual facts that can be seen and proven, not on made-up worst-case scenarios. If the only thing they can point to is a man filming in a public place, they have not caught a criminal. They have just proven that they cannot handle being watched by the public.
Well, then it gives me suspicion of what your activity is.
So you think I'm a terrorist? You have reasonable suspicion that I am up to terrorist activities.
I don't know why.
I'm not engaged in any
why are you
hostile
filming?
reconnaissance because I can, as my rights allow me to. Is this not a free country?
Yeah, but
So, and am I not allowed to own a camera?
you are allowed to.
You're
own a camera.
filming. What's the difference between
You're
you
allowed
and
to own a
I?
camera, and you're allowed to film.
What's
and
the
I'm not-
difference between you
and
and
I'm not preventing you
why,
from doing that.
But why
I'm
are you
not
accusing me of
asking
being
for
a
the camera.
terrorist then?
I'm not accusing you of being
Well, why
a
are you saying I'm
terrorist.
suspicious?
I'm just saying there are some concerns about your
What concerns?
nature of why you're filming
What
in an empty
concerns?
university.
What concerns?
But then it gives me suspicion for why you're here with a camera.
Suspicion is not a crime.
No, but it gives me grounds to do certain things if I feel it necessary.
Are you threatening me?
I'm not threatening you.
So
I'm
what do you mean
explaining
then?
what the law is.
Well, you don't know the law because that's not
Well,
right.
I think I do.
Well, tell me what reasonable suspicion you have.
Well, why are you filming a university when it's
I'm not
closed
telling you.
with a camera?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well then I'm suspicious.
That's fine. You can be suspicious.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, you can.
But then I can also act on that suspicion
No, you
if I
can't.
feel it appropriate.
You can. Yeah, you can, and I'll sue you.
Okay, well, but that's my decision.
Yeah, I know. And you'll lose your job.
Well, I'm not doing that, am I?
No, because you're scared
But
to.
you're not helping our cause.
I don't
here,
have
are
to
you?
help you.
Ed keeps going in circles because the officers are acting like simply not liking something is a good enough legal reason to stop someone. Ed points out how ridiculous this is. The officers themselves are filming him, yet they treat his camera as if it is dangerous. This hypocrisy makes it clear what is really going on. This was never about security. It was always about control. One officer even claims that his personal suspicion alone is enough reason to detain someone. That is completely wrong and goes against the law. Suspicion is not a free pass to do whatever you want. It has to be based on something real and specific that can be clearly explained. By saying otherwise, the officers are basically admitting they are acting on their own feelings rather than following the law. On a different note, there is something that has been in the works for the past few months with a small team.
I don't have to help you, do I?
You don't have to, no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, okay. I think we understand where we are.
I know where I understand where I am. I know the law, you don't. You those gentlemen over there, the guys who called the police, whoever called the police, I suggest you go and speak to them about Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, making a false report, because that's wasting police time, which is actually a criminal offence.
Okay. It's been nice talking to you. If you're heading towards the bus stop, then
I'll go wherever I like.
Have a lovely day.
I'll go wherever I like.
Well, you won't go wherever you like.
I will, indeed.
Because parts of this...
I'll go anywhere that is publicly accessible, I will go.
Yeah.
Yeah? And no one will stop me.
Yeah.
Not those guys up there, not you guys
But what
either.
you need to understand at the moment...
I don't need to understand anything. I know the law.
So do I.
Yeah, no you don't.
So do I, okay?
You don't. You don't even know what Criminal Justice Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972 is. Do you know it?
This is a
You need
private...
to know the ins and outs.
Of course you know. Of course, if you're gonna uphold the law, you have to know the ins and outs of the law. How can you tell me that you don't have to know the ins and outs of the law, but then you're here to uphold it? How does that make sense?
Ed does not just defend himself, he turns things around. He points out that the person who made the false report against him is actually the one who broke the law. But the police completely ignore Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, which covers wasting police time. They are happy to question a man with a camera but have no interest in questioning the person who started all this trouble in the first place. When they try to tell Ed he cannot be there, he corrects them and explains his public access rights. Then the officer says something shocking. He openly admits that he does not need to know the details of the law in order to enforce it. That is a huge admission. It basically means the officer is not actually working within the law. He is just doing whatever he wants and using his badge to back it up.
You're even in Somerset Constabulary, innit?
Okay.
Absolute joke.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
I haven't enjoyed myself, actually. You've ruined my day. So go away now, please.
Parts of the university are private premises. There are public access routes.
I won't go anywhere that is private. I haven't been anywhere that's private, and I will not go anywhere that's private. As you could probably understand from the way I speak, I know exactly what I'm doing, sir. I know the laws that surround what I'm doing. I don't appreciate you accusing me of being a terrorist.
Well,
what's your number
I've
again?
not accused you of being a terrorist. I've explained.
693. You threatened
No,
me.
I
You
haven't.
said, "Oh, now I've got reason."
I've not threatened
mate,
you
listen,
at all.
the camera doesn't lie.
I've not threatened you.
The camera
What,
doesn't
you
lie.
can play your camera back.
I will. I'll be playing
I've
it
not
to
threatened
your
you at all.
superior.
I'm just explaining that if you're filming an empty university that's actually closed at the moment to the university is actually closed. All right, to the students. It's
I'm not a
closed-
student.
It's closed to staff.
I'm not staff.
So why are you here?
I'm a member of the public, and I'm in a publicly accessible area.
Right.
That's why I'm
Okay.
here.
Well, that's fine. If you want to film
I know it's fine.
in open public spaces.
Yeah, and I'm allowed.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
you won't be filming inside buildings.
I don't want to film inside
okay?
a building.
And if you trespass in private property,
It's a civil matter. Are you telling me that you're going to do something for a civil matter?
I will do.
Okay. Okay, cool.
When the officer starts talking about what might happen if Ed goes inside the building, he is not doing real police work. He is simply making things up to put pressure on Ed where there is no real problem. The truth is that trespassing is a civil matter, not a criminal one, unless something very serious is involved. The officer has no right to threaten Ed over a situation that has not even happened. Ed is not sneaking past security. He is not inside the building. He has not broken any lawful order. By threatening Ed over a crime that does not exist, the officer is making it obvious that he is desperately searching for any excuse to shut Ed down and make him leave.
And that's
If the
another
security
complaint.
asks you to leave a private premises and you
But I
refuse,
haven't been on private property.
and you refuse
But I haven't
to,
been on private property.
then I'll have
Sir,
to consider
listen.
my powers under the breach of the peace.
Oh, so now you're threatening me for a crime that listen, what part of my behaviour is threatening or abusive?
Well, nothing at the moment.
Okay, so don't threaten me with something that
I'm not
hasn't
threatening
happened
you.
or that isn't going to
I
happen.
also
You
know
are.
the
That's
law,
no. Listen, you're
okay?
just threatening me with breach of the peace when a breach of the peace isn't going to happen
Well,
because
one
I'm
of
not
my
acting in.
fundamental roles is to prevent a breach of the peace.
Yeah, but there's going to be no breach of the peace because I'm not acting in a
That's
threatening
fine.
or abusive
So
behaviour.
All I'm saying is don't go into private premises,
listen,
don't film in the
how many
buildings.
times do you want to say that?
Okay, otherwise...
How many times do you want to say that, considering the fact that I said...
And then I'll have to support them to prevent a breach of the peace, is all I'm saying.
That's fine. You
And
could
that's
do,
me knowing my law.
That's fine. You could do that, but I
I
promise
can,
you that if the course of action that you've just stated happens, I'll sue you.
Well, that's fine. You're entitled to sue
And I'm
me.
going to make a complaint. 3 complaints in this 8 minutes 46 seconds, and 3 complaints about you. You're smart for keeping your mouth shut.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You can complain.
See you later then, guys. Go.
Okay.
Be gone.
Out of nowhere, the officer brings up breach of the peace, hoping that using a serious-sounding legal term will make his weak argument seem stronger. But breach of the peace is not something you can just throw around. It is a very specific power that only applies when violence is about to happen. Ed cuts straight to the point and asks the only question that matters. What exactly have I done that is threatening or abusive? The officer's answer says it all. He admits that Ed has done nothing wrong at that moment. That single admission destroys his own argument completely. You cannot warn someone about breach of the peace while also admitting they are not doing anything threatening or abusive. Without any actual threat, aggressive behavior, or dangerous situation, using that power is not responsible policing. It is just another desperate attempt to control someone who has done nothing wrong.
There's no need to be rude.
I'm not being rude.
Okay.
Plus, is rudeness a crime? Is it a free country? If I would like to be rude, I'm well within my rights to be rude.
Okay.
Okay? So go away, please, and leave me alone. You're harassing me.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
All
you
right?
very much.
Go away now. Told me I can't record in there, so now I'm going to have to walk round. You inform these guys that photography is not a crime as well, yeah? Educate these guys on the law. No. You're here. You're a public servant. You're here to uphold the law.
Yep.
These guys have broken the law by filing a false report.
They haven't,
Okay?
no.
Yes, they have.
Okay.
Yes, they have. They reported a crime when there wasn't a crime being committed. They made a false report. It is a breach of Section 5 of the Criminal Law Act 1967, and you are failing in your job right now,
Okay.
officer,
Well,
constable.
Thanks very much. It's been very nice talking to you. If you can maintain yourself on the public places,
I'll go wherever I like. Thank you.
You know what my position is.
I'll
in
go
relation
wherever.
to-
Yeah, you made threats. You made a threat of
I've not made
arrest.
a threat.
You did. You made an illegal threat of arrest. Bullies, guys.
The ending is not a big dramatic moment. It is actually quite the opposite. After all the posturing, the fake suspicion, the empty threats, and the legal bluffing, the officers simply walk away towards the security guard without saying much. They conveniently ignore the fact that the original report against Ed was completely false. They held Ed to a very high standard throughout the whole encounter, yet the person who made the false report walks away without any questions asked. That silence speaks volumes. You can see the exact moment they lost control of the situation. They started this encounter acting like they owned the place, barking orders with full confidence. But they ended it with nothing. No detention, no search, and no actual offense they could point to. They are too proud to admit they were wrong, so they just quietly drift away. When Ed turns his back and walks away, it is not a defeat. It is the clear and final end of an encounter that had no legal basis from the very beginning. That is all for today. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe as it really helps keep this independent coverage going. Thanks for watching. This was Police Prep and we will see you in the next one.